Taking a look more up top, we can see we've got a little bit of this going on here. Where else do we have? Yes, here we go. Raveners popping out. Raveners everywhere, putting a lot of pressure on this Tech Marine. Looks like... Ooh, that doesn't look good at all. Wonderful, wonderful grenade being chucked right down by the scouts, doing a bit of damage, killing a single model there. And now we can see that that Sentinel is just going to stomp right across that little tunnel there. So here we have it now. It looks like GiDDelo is in charge of this power farm for the time being. Oh no, the Rangers have overextended quite a bit. They're going to have to retreat, not even going to be able to head back into that gate, but just straight up retreating on out of there. But it doesn't matter. Still got Howling Banshees and Guardians just standing around here, putting some pressure out there. So that's a good way to kind of stall out. It's just by stealing that gen farm right there. Let's look over here towards the left. We can see that the Flamethrower Guardsman, everyone knows that's something that I screw up all the time. It's not that I don't understand the difference between the units. It's just that my brain has problems spelling out similar sounding words on the fly as I'm doing that here. Anyhow, we've got what's going on down here. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Another sneaky looking webway gate coming up right next to the power supply on this side of the base as well. Unfortunately, I think those assault marines just saw that coming up right there. And they're sneaking around. They know it's here somewhere. And there they go. They're just chopping that thing down there. So anyhow, Manticore is out right now. That's kind of sneaky, though. Manticore coming out right now. So clearly Spirit's strategy during this game is to make sure he's got the rocket support. Again, just like the opening cinematic for the previous games, we can see that the Howling Banshees here having no luck versus the Dreadnought being picked up and discarded. This Dreadnought is going to be doing terrific damage here. Of course, nothing here is really countering it at all. And could it be a Manticore barrage coming in right there? Yes, it is! Oh, man! I bet that Shuriken weapons platform wish that this was patch 3.14, because if you haven't heard yet, the damage modifier to units inside buildings has been dropped significantly, possibly for exactly that reason. Anyhow, so it looks like the Marines have won the day here, backed up by a little bit of artillery from the Imperial Guard, which seems appropriate, and this Dreadnought is just going to go stomping around the battlefield right now. By the way, speaking of patch 3.14, I'm going to be doing an interview with Mr. Braden Chan from Relic Entertainment. I'm going to pause it because this is actually getting pretty good here. I'm doing an interview with Mr. Braden Chan from Relic Entertainment coming up very, very soon here. That'll be coming out this weekend, actually. So we're going to be talking all about the state of the game, the patch notes, the community questions. I put up a lot of questions in the forums for people to ask Relic Entertainment specific things about the patch notes. So we're going to go over all that, then comment on a fun game. So stay tuned for that. Let's take a look around right now. Since we've got this paused, let's investigate what we have going on here. A Lord General Caster still laying dead on the field right there. We have some Ogrins charging in right now. The Assault Marines have already kind of initiated this encounter. They're still looking quite healthy. We can see that the Ravener Brood here is retreating, fairly wounded, threatening to lose a unit there. Termagant Brood still looking nice and healthy, but this is definitely a situation that our dear friend Soom wants to get out of, because as you can see, he's being attacked from all directions here. He may not be aware of these Ogres depending on how much he's looking around. So let's see what he reacts with here. I would imagine it is a full retreat. Not quite yet. There we go. There is the full retreat. All right, good deal there. Anyhow, so Ogren's now splitting back up. Again, these are habits you will notice, and perhaps in your own games you can. I kind of like to address multiple audiences here. So I assume pros are watching, but I also assume newbies are watching. But you know, when you win a big battle, split your troops up immediately and start capping stuff. If there's stuff around you that you don't own, that's probably one of the best habits out there. So just always remember that. I just won a battle. What should I do? Capture everything, because you're chasing the person all the way home is usually not the best idea, unless, like, you know, they're one really wounded unit there. Assault Marines doing a great job initiating against these Wraith Guards. That, of course, puts them into close combat, preventing them from laying into the Dreadnought or anything like that. This Dreadnought, by the way, has been upgraded with an Assault Cannon. Suddenly, we see a really nice push coming here out of the Space Marines, just charging in, threatening to wreck all of these Eldar units here. I got a nice little combat going on here between the Assault... Oh, God, the Assault Cannon! The Assault Cannon completely slices and dices that entire squad of Howling Banshees there. I was going to say the Howling Banshees did a good job kind of knocking back with that Farseer and, you know, getting the scream up on those melee troops there. But no, the Assault Cannon was kind of the final word in that conflict there. And now, looks like they're even threatening a base press here, which seems really, really eager here. I don't necessarily agree with that. You can see here that the Sentinel is taking a lot of damage. Here we go! Creeping Basilisk Barrage! Creeping Basilisk Barrage coming down on top of the Eldar player while he's sitting in front of his own base, knocking quite a few of his units around. I think that you know, you get some style points for doing that, but honestly, really, you got a kill on a Farseer, but you lost a Sentinel, which is kind of a big deal here. And now you're kind of going to have to retreat on out of here. I mean, this Manticore, what are you doing here? Manticore shouldn't be here. Manticore has enough range to shoot anywhere it wants to. This Manticore is rather silly right now. I don't understand that. He should have just left that in his base. As you can see now, Manticore, by the way, at 275 hit points, does not have very many hit points at all. That is like the weakest vehicle in the game there. You do not want that straying too far from home. Anyhow, ferocious looking counterattack coming right now from the Tyranid. You can see here that we've got a couple of Manticore barrages actually coming in, but he was very quick to retreat his units out of there. All the Raveners here right now are looking a little bit exposed, getting really slammed there by that Devastator Plasma Cannon squad. Looks like they've lost a model. Gonna have to get out of there perhaps. There we have it. The Ravener has just burrowed a new exit, and I guess they're just gonna stand around for the time being, wreck these generators, and then head on out of that tunnel. So taking a look around, by the way, we had a Venom Brood, a couple of Ravener Broods, 3 Ravener Broods. So we've got a Ravener, 3 Ravener Broods, Termagants, and the Venom Brood. So the Venom Brood, of course, provides this ranged damage synapse right there that affects all of your ranged units. So having a Venom Brood in the middle of that, oh, phenomenal shot right there. The Lord General just wrecked that tunnel. I don't know if that was intentional or if he was just shooting at those units. Oh, it looks like the units did get away in time, though. Sometimes in replays they hang out a little bit longer than that. Oh, nice trick there, trying to get the webway gate up, but unfortunately you can see it when it comes in like that before it cloaks, and so you can see now they're just kind of pounding away at that thing. Over here on the right-hand side, it looks like the Rangers have once again captured this gen farm here. And the score right now is currently 2-0 in favor of the blue team, Mr. Null and Void, aka Spirit and ccXIII. However, the red team is still up 391 to 193. So, let's see here. We do have a D cannon coming out right now. Null, by the way, Mr. Spirit here is currently the only one at tier 3, but we do have, or sorry, GiDDelo and Null are at tier 3 right now. Obviously, there's a D cannon coming out here. Looks like Soom is well on his way to tier 3, and Void is still just kicking it with the big fat ground army. So, wonderful jump right there, getting right on top of that Bright Lance weapon team. The assault cannon, the assault squad, combined with the dreadnought, the assault cannon, putting a lot of pressure on that Bright Lance team. That Bright Lance team gonna have a hard time putting pressure on this vehicle, which is obviously why it's there. Anyhow, D cannon on the field right now. All bets are off. We'll see what's gonna happen here. Perhaps we could get some nice singularity action, but unfortunately everything's looking a little bit bunched back up. Oh, we do. I just saw the mana go down. Where is it? There is the singularity. Will they see it in time? Singularity coming down, threatening to suck all of these troops into the warp. And there it goes. And oh no! They just, okay, it looked like they took 1 and that was about it. Oh well, everybody else got on out of there. D cannon continuing to just bomb away at these guys. This crazy insane Manticore, you're so far up here. Back off, this is not a safe place for you. Yes, you want to be defended by this Devastator Plasma Cannon. Oh, right in the face, but it doesn't matter. The other squad of Raveners is going to burrow up underneath him, coming out of the ground like some tremors. Oh, God, look at the Tyranids here, just sprouting up all around them like some sort of crazy, deformed, genetically superior mushrooms, destroying all of humanity, as mushrooms often do. Raveners right now retreating on home. We have some more Manticore barrages coming in. Oh, pretty good there, but will he anticipate it correctly? A lot of times, rather than just dropping them all in the same place, assume your opponent's going to run and drop 1, 2, 3. Try and drop in the direction you suspect they're going to run. Sometimes that's always best. But I'm sure he just kind of was, hurriedly trying to get that done. It looks like Soom once again is upgrading this thing here, trying to make sure to buy a little bit of time. But really, I think that's just going to end up being a waste of money. Let's take a look towards the center here. We can see the Ogrins right now. Oh, the Ogrins having a little bit of personal conversation going on here with the Farseer. Farseer retreating on the way. And I've been doing a poor job this game, by the way, keeping track of what does and does not have fortune on it. I apologize for that, but there's so much else going on that I'm not too worried about it. Oh, there we go. We can see a nice little special attack coming out of the assault squad there, wrecking away at that. And we have the Ravener Alpha popping up in the middle of the battle right now, and it looks like his entire army is just going to go ahead and focus. We have a Tyrannoformation coming up right now. Will it hit the Dreadnought? The Dreadnought is trying to get where he's waddling around, looking for safety and solace. I believe the Tyrannoformation just wrecked that as well, and somehow he managed to survive. All right, way to go, Tyrannoformation, almost doing some damage here, but not quite. That's unfortunate. Anyhow, looks like the scouts are recapping this position here. This webway gate, by the way, did actually get up there, and it looks like the Farseer is using it to her advantage to try and capture victory points right now. It is 303 to 193, about to be 2-to-1 victory points for the red team, and yes, she's going to get away and probably just retreat so she doesn't give away the position of that webway gate there. But that is definitely some sneaky plays, allowing her units to at least sneak around on the other side. And oh, we have a Baneblade, so it looks like Spirit, as you can tell, hasn't been spending a lot of money on too many things other than his Ogrins here and that Manticore, which he got a long time ago. But he's getting a Baneblade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Baneblade time. Now we get to see, and again, I haven't seen this replay yet, so now we get to see if GiDDelo and Soom have what it takes to counter properly a Baneblade. I do not know, but I'm curious to see. So, yeah, man. Baneblade. Anyhow, so D cannon being set up on top. That's going to give some nice covering fire here to this victory point, as I am sure they're going to come down there and try and put some pressure on it pretty soon. Looks like they noticed. Maybe they see that the scout unit is back here and they're trying to flush them out, perhaps. Otherwise, I can't really understand why these units would be kind of running around back here. I think they were just looking to see where that pesky scout went. D cannon. Oh, the D cannon is being flanked by the scouts, though. And the scouts immediately coming out, engaging that D cannon in melee, so it cannot continue opening fire on the troops right now, which is great. Oh! We can see here that the Wraith Guards as well open fire point blank on those scouts, jibbing one of their members. And now the Assault Marines coming on, giving a little hello, how's your father to all of these poor Termagants here, knocking them back quite a bit. And that really was the deciding factor of that battle right there, sending them all running on home.